Shalom, shalom, giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. This is going to be a short presentation, not a very long one, on Genesis, the 18th chapter. To those who subscribe to the channel, Toda Rabbah, brothers and sisters, we're going to go over this right here. As you see here, the vowels are not placed in, but we're going to place them in and explain what we're talking about for edification purposes. All right, let us look. You have here this being a yod here, right? So let us look, brothers and sisters. You have here Wayomar Adonai. Okay, now this wow, as we've been pointing out in the past, serves as the wow consecutive, also the prefix in Hebrew of the word and. All right, for edification purposes. This yod represents also a prefix to the word amar. Amar means to say, S-A-Y, or to intend. So Wayomar means and he said. Normally this would be the future tense, Yomar, he will say, but due to the wild consecutive biblical Hebrew, okay, that future tense turns into the past. Wayomar Adonai. Now this Adon from Eden means to be mighty. Now in the Bible, this is translated as my Lord, all right? But what we want to emphasize on in this particular case, Genesis 18, there were three individuals that Abraham was speaking to. So that's why in this case, you would see it as Adonai, meaning my Lord's, all right? So this is something we want to point out in that particular case. All right, now let us continue. All right, Ina Mazati. In this case, all right, means if. And this is a thing we want to point out, that Hebrew had to have sounds and vowels because this is the same spelling word of aim, which means mother. So if there were, say, no vowels, how would you distinguish between this meaning if or aim meaning mother? All right, but getting back on to the point. In na mazati. This na means peradventure or in a petition or please. All right. In this case, in the English, is not always translated, but it shows emphasis on what one is saying. Ina mazati. Mazati means I found. Now, we want to point out that this T with the tau, okay, with the kirik, that shows as a suffix. Okay, that is explained in like Hebrews Easy, Volume 2. Okay, mazati. Mazah, mem, zadeh, and aleph. Mazah means to find. A lamed aleph verb is any verb that ends with the letter aleph. All right, so the root of this word mazati is the word mazah, all right, or matzah. Now, this is not to be confused with the terminology for unleavened bread as matzah, which ends with a hey, all right, and not an aleph. So we want to point that out. Mazati, I found. Ina mazati. If indeed, if peradventure, if please, mazati, I have found. All right. Chain. This is a hit in the noon to feet. Chain, brothers and sisters, means grace or favor, sometimes translated as mercy. All right. It comes from the root word kana. The word kana means to be favorable or to find favor. All right. Or to find grace, if you will. Mazati chain. Okay, we want to point that out. Bet Eneaka. All right, let's show what we're talking about. Now, this kaf sofit has the qualmap within it. We haven't gone over that very, very much outside of dealing with verbs and nouns. This word here is a noun. Bet Eneaka. This bet serves as a prefix, meaning in or with. Okay. Bet eneka. So if we were to drop this prefix with the bet off, you would have eneka. The ayin, the yod, the noon. Ayin itself, all right, means eye, like the eye you see with. Okay? Ene means eyes of. The same root word meaning sight. S-I-G-H-T. Be eneka. Ene, sight of, eyes of. Okay? Ka. This ka right here, brothers and sisters, represents the suffix. If you remember the previous lessons, when you have the ka at the end of a noun, it means your whatever. Now, had that been a verb and it had the suffix of the ka, it would be you whatever. All right? And that is pointed out in Hebrews Easy, Volume 5. Be ene ka. In, within, ene, sight of ka, your, within your sight, in your eyes. Okay? Al na. Now, for those who've been following the channel, I appreciate it. And for those who have not, please subscribe and do so, if it be your will. If one found favor in your sight. Okay, now, al na. Do not. Please do not. Please cause it not to be. If you remember, we went over the aleph and al-ahmed, whether it can be said as al, meaning do not, or el, meaning power or God. Okay, again, just like in the case with E, this shows you that vowels had to been there. Even if it wasn't written in ancient Hebrew, it still had to be there when the people were talking, because you would not know the distinction between saying if or mother or power / God or do not. Okay, so that's something we just want to point out in that particular case. Al na. Al na. This na, as in this na, is sounding like a petition, like a please or peradventure or so forth. Right? Let us continue. Al na. Ta'abor. This ta right here serves as a prefix. All right? The root of this word here, ta'abor, is the word abar. Abar is where you initially get the root word ibrit, which means Hebrew. Okay? Abar, brothers and sisters, literally means to go over or to pass over or to cross over. All right? Now, ta'abor. This, as we pointed out, this ta right here represents the prefix, second person masculine. All right? That means you, whatever. Ta'abor from the root word abar. All right, now, brothers and sisters, the future tense has it, the prefix, and the past tense has it as a suffix. All right, regardless if the word is such as mazah or abar, we just want to show how the prefixes and suffixes work in this particular case. Me'al. All right, now, this right here, me'al, I want to emphasize and show this a bit more stronger. All right, the al there. This mem serves as a prefix. So if you were to drop the prefix off, you get the word al here, which means what, brothers and sisters? Concerning or about. May al, from concerning, from about, from a matter. Okay? Abdika. Now, this is the ayin, the bet, the dalet, and the kasofi. Okay, you may have been following along. You can see that the kasofi serves here as a suffix. So if you were to drop that suffix, you get abde, which comes from the root word abad. The word abad means, brothers and sisters, to serve or to work. Now, if you put this in the form of verb, it'd be from abad to ebed. Ebed means servant or worker, or some people translate it, depends upon the society, the word slave. Okay, abdeaka. Abdeka, brothers and sisters, means your worker or your servant. All right, so we want to point that out. This ka means your in this case because it's connected to a noun. this ka means your whatever because it's connected to a noun. So brothers and sisters, let us, while watching this, and please continue to watch this, we want to, all right, with the time allotted and so forth, right, go over what we're talking about. Prefix, suffix, 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 prefix, prefix. So if you saw going from one side to the other, all right, that is prefix, prefix, prefix. And the suffixes are going this way, suffix, suffix. What word can we gather from this for regular common use? The word na. This word here, nun aleph na, means please, or like in a petition. All right? So here we go. Ina, if, please, if, peradventure. And here we see al na, do not, please do not. So let us know the word for please. We can say as not. Many times in Israel, they will say the word byquash. The word byquash literally means in a petition. It's not bad, but we just want to go over and show what we're talking about for reason and purposes. We're going to, brothers and sisters, okay, turn this over, right? And we're going to go over that word that we were just talking about, if we will, okay? About Kusha. What do and can we see here? This bet serving as a prefix, but Kusha. Okay, so now we put the vowels within it. Do I have be, ba, the ba Kusha? Okay, so let's just break this down right here. This qualmap, all right, that we see here. All right, this qualmap that we see here, followed by the hey. All right, let us take this sheet off, if we will. Brothers and sisters. Sorry about that. Let us continue. We have the word here, byquash. This bet serving as a prefix. And this qualmap followed by the hey shows it in this case to be of a feminine aspect. All right, so now if we just take off, if we will, the prefix there, we have the word byquash. All right. The word byquash, brothers and sisters, means to seek or to implore, all right, or to search. So byquash means to seek, to implore, or to search. So when we say byquash, right, we're saying a searching, a petition, and inquiry. That's what it is. So when we say byquash, that literally means in a petition, translated loosely in English as please. Okay, so I just wanted to go over that particular case. Now, in this particular form as well, we see how the hey added on as a suffix to that makes it from the verb to the noun. All right, and this bit that we see here in the beginning serves as the prefix. So we just want to go over those particular things. Okay, thank you. Shalom for the time.